You may be surprised to hear, but I actually have a job. I've been told I'm actually quite good at it. And I'm here to give you all some amazing advice on how to get a job. I think the biggest mistake I made whenever I was getting my job was watching like 50 YouTube videos on how to get a job, because they told me a whole bunch of information that I believed, and then whenever I actually got my job, I was like, oh, they didn't ask me one of those questions whatsoever. They also didn't make a lot of eye contact with me. I made a lot of eye contact, but they kind of just sat like this and spoke like, hey. And I actually needed my phone in the interview. I turned off my phone expecting not to have to use it because that's what I heard. Just to turn off your phone because that's disrespectful and leave on your phone. But they actually wanted me to use my phone to give them phone numbers and stuff, and I was just like, and then my phone wouldn't turn on, so I had to call them back a day later and say, hey, here's this person's number, here's this person's number, you can call them. So that was really awkward. They also asked me a lot of questions about what would I do for them, like at McDonald's, what would I do better for them than most of other people, what am I good at and what am I bad at? And I just answered truthfully. It was also really awkward because they actually thought I was going to college next year. It's like, so what school are you going to be going to college? I was like, I'm only in high school, going into grade 10. It's like, oh, sorry. They asked me about stuff I do outside of school, like extra activities outside of school. So it's like I dance, I do YouTube, I guess I play guitar. But I would definitely say do not hunch over, don't go like, yeah, for your job interview, sit up straight and tall, back straight, neck up. Even if they're hunching over, I still sat straight. I had my hands on my lap, I didn't cross my arms because that can come off as aggressive. I smiled a lot, I made like a joke. I was just trying to be super friendly with the person. Like we shook hands at the beginning. You don't want to shake hands like you're dead, you want to do a firm handshake. You don't want to be sweating in your handshake, definitely not. But another reason my job interview was so awkward was because they forgot I was coming. There's like, what's your name again? I was like, Kanan. It's like, you're not on my list. I'm like, well, you guys called me twice. Dress appropriate for your job. Like, if you're like a really high-end person and like you're going to be working at like a really big building that's like rich, wear a suit and a tie, black shoes, because I'm working at McDonald's. I dress nice for my job interview. Like, even whenever I handed in my application, I was dressed nice. I had a button-down shirt. I was very appropriate. I didn't wear a hat that says like haters gonna hate or one of those stupid things. Don't wear hats to interviews. Just be very formal and dressed very nicely. But if you are getting a job at one of those really high-end places, I would suggest you watch like another YouTube video, because they're probably going to ask you a lot of questions like, so how old are you? What's one of your weakest points in life? What would you do if you had to work with someone and they weren't doing work? They would ask you a whole bunch of questions. And don't be discouraged if you don't get the job. I actually did not believe I had the job because they didn't call me for like 4 weeks. I made a job interview in like July, and then they called me in late August because I just started a few weeks ago. And it was terrible because they called me, but I was away in Florida for 2 weeks, so they wanted me to come in for training right away, but I was like, I'm actually in the United States of America for a while. It's like, oh, come back whenever you're back in Canada, and I was like, okay, so it took me a while to call me. It took them a while to respond to my application too. Like, it took them like a month and a half to call me saying, hey, can you come for a job interview? It took them 3 weeks to call me for saying you have the job. And then I had to tell them what my shoe size was, what my pant size was, shirt size. I had to tell them everything. And also try to apply in person, because I do know by experience that if you apply online, you're less likely to get the job. Because I want to tell you a huge secret here. Somebody told me who works at McDonald's. I said, hey, I applied for a job at McDonald's online. It's like, you're not going to get the job. They don't look at their applications online. So then I applied in person and they called me back. So apply in person unless if it says otherwise. So I wish you all the best with your luck with getting a job. Please post your comments below on your thoughts if you have any questions or anything. And just so you know, I'm kind of talking in general for a job at a fast food restaurant, like at Tim Hortons, McDonald's, Dairy Queen, or whatever, a fast food restaurant, because I've witnessed quite a few job interviews. Like, I've been around for someone having an interview at Tim Hortons. I was like, oh, jeez. And so I know a lot, actually, about fast food. I don't know a lot about, like, high-end places. But yeah, post your comments below if you have any questions or anything, and I'll answer you guys. Like the video, share it so all your friends can see, and subscribe, please. And post your comments below on videos you want me to make, because I really want to do what you guys want me to do. And I'll see you all next time. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and goodbye. Peace out.